I did this show in the Melbourne Comedy Festival 8 months ago to 3 people. So this is dumb.
Hello to the future. How are you, Anthony?
Doing great, Dora. Lovely to meet you. Lovely to see you. Thank you for having me. The future is bright.
And it's warm because it's getting really cold in Canada right
Yeah,
now.
yeah. Today is sweltering. It's very very hot here in Australia. So yes, I look. It's too hot for me. This is like I know the Mediterraneans. We're like no, it can never be too hot. But the sun in Australia is not like the sun in Greece and Italy. It burns. It's not nice. It
I
it,
will
it,
take
it
it.
singes you.
Do you want to switch? I'll come to Australia. You come here in the depths of the winter when it's negative 20.
I experienced negative 22 in Montreal in February. So, and you know what? I didn't mind it. Once you kid up, it's okay. So maybe we should swap. Maybe we'll do a billet situation.
I like that. And you know what? It's interesting now, but I was going to ask you because I know you were on tour and you came to Toronto, you came to Montreal. So tell me a little bit about that Canadian experience that you got.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I had the time of my life. I did Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto. First time performing in North America. This was in February, and I was nervous because you don't know if maybe my jokes only work to Australians. Maybe I speak too fast. Maybe people don't get my accent. But then as soon as I hit the ground running in the Montreal show, it was awesome. I'm not sure if people would be aware of this that listen to your show, but comedy as a kind of night out, as a thing to do, is not really much of a thing in Australia. It's kind of a niche thing.
Oh, okay.
Whereas, yeah, whereas in North America and the UK, it's obviously a very kind of well entrenched evening.
Yeah.
So we kind of get used to here, like you have to really MC your own gigs, so to speak. You have to really kind of start by massaging the audience and really letting them know, okay, this is what it's going to be. This is what we're doing here. I'm going to be saying jokes and you're going to be laughing. Like that was not necessary at all. As soon as
Oh,
I hit the ground running in Montreal, that was just in, and I'm like, oh, this is going to be wonderful. And then, yeah, the next 2 nights, Ottawa and Toronto, were also unreal. They were great.
oh, so glad to hear. And I was just watching your tribute to Papu on your YouTube channel, and it just warmed my heart. So, did you do that show in Toronto and Montreal as well?
I did, yeah, I did. I did that show around 100 times across late 2023 to this year. I did it across 5 different countries, and the one that you saw was filmed in a theater here in my hometown of Sydney, which was like a cool dream come true to do. And then I then came and did it in Canada afterwards. The show was just called Papu. I kind of had to call it tribute to my grandfather on YouTube just to kind of get a few more eyes on it because people need to have things spelled out for them very, very clearly. You know what I mean? So yeah, I did do that show in Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto.
And obviously, you have a Greek and Italian background, but I feel that show it resonates with the immigrant experience. No matter what background you are, you can connect with the story of that immigrant Papu came to Australia, was a soccer star, and then life happened. Do you feel that you get the same reaction in the different places you go to?
Yeah, definitely. What you said is spot on, Dora. It's people of completely different diasporas and heritage will come up to me after the show. I'm like, I'm Hungarian, or my family's from Spain, or Morocco, or whatever. But it is, the immigrant experience is kind of, at least of that generation, is kind of I won't say ubiquitous, but it is. There's a through line to it, and the most telling part of that is that my grandfather had a really unique immigration experience. I don't think a lot of people were brought over and were like, all right, you're in the first team, you're going to be playing soccer, we're going to roll out the red carpet for you. I don't think that was a very
No.
kind of across the board immigrant experience. But then once all the shit happened to him and he had to kind of figure it out, I think that figuring it out in a new country, I think that very much resonated with a lot of people that came, or at least their kind of ancestors. And it was really heartwarming to hear people come and say, yeah, we really resonated with it.
So when you were building that show, do you feel you reconnected with your own roots as well?
No,
No.
just because I was I was pretty connected to them to begin with. I was pretty connected to them before. I connected a lot more to Papu during the experience because I just wanted to, yes, it was a tribute to his life and I wanted to honor him, but I also, I wanted to do a stand-up comedy show that shows off how funny and smart I am. So I was just like mining his story and talking to him, looking for little things that are interesting that I could turn into material. So we spent a lot more time together than we have previously. A part of the show is me kind of lamenting that he has always had this overprotective kind of parental influence over me, and it's made it difficult, even as I've become an adult, to have a proper adult relationship with him. I think during this process, we were able to burst through that a little bit and get to the other side. Not entirely, but at least somewhat. So that was a really beautiful element of it.
Hello. And we've been talking so much about the tribute. So I want our audience to hear a little clip of it. So stay tuned. Let's listen to Papu, and you guys can YouTube it, right? Papu, Anthony Loccacio, and you'll find it on YouTube. Let's take a peek.
So this video that I put online got like millions and millions of views, most of them in Greece and Italy, and for a moment in Europe I seemed like a legit comedian and I almost bluffed my way into the Istanbul Comedy Festival. But they found me out at the last minute and I didn't get to go, and nobody was more relieved, nobody was happier than my mum. This was late 2018 and the Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi had been assassinated in Istanbul. Things were very dicey. She did not want me to go, but she agreed to let me go to Istanbul. We made a deal. She agreed on the condition that I started every single one of my shows in Istanbul exactly like this. Kalos orisate. We stand here on Mikrasiatiko land. I would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land. Pay my tribute to elders fat and hairy. This always was and always will be Greek land. Oh yeah, Absolutely. Greek welcome to country. Who had that on their bingo card?
So Anthony, I feel like, whether you're Greek Australian, Greek American, Greek Canadian, we're like cousins with each other. We get it because we're not like get those. And I hear you also have cousins in Toronto.
Yeah, I do. My yaya's first cousin moved to Toronto, and he's at his family, and so I've got a bunch of cousins there. They came to my show in Toronto. We had met in Greece the year before, and they came to my show in Toronto, and I think they just told their friends to come, and so I sold out the whole place in Toronto like days in advance as well. That Toronto show was one of my favorite shows in the whole 100 tour that I did. It was awesome.
You have a good PR team, clearly.
I do. Well, in some cities I do. Some cities I need to improve. I need to look for more cousins. But you're right. The American Greeks, Australian Greeks, Canadian Greeks, UK Greeks, we are all similar. We're every bit as annoying as each other.
I like the way you put it. So what are you planning next? Is there another tour coming our way?
Retirement.
I don't know about that. I don't think
yeah. No, that doesn't happen. You might retire from stand-up, but the constant barrage of minutia in the brain never stops. I am doing my next tour starts in February. I'm doing the Australian leg of that tour until June. And then in June, I am doing, for the very first time, I'm doing a show in Athens and Thessaloniki. First time ever. So that's exciting. And then I keep putting it out there to manifest it because I want to make sure it happens. But the US tour is happening in October.
Perfect.
I'm a visa away from it. As you may not be aware, because Canadians get American visas pretty easily, but
I don't
getting a
know.
US visa,
Things have changed down south. I don't know. It's interesting. It's an interesting
it,
dynamic.
it's a fucking nightmare, man. It's like so I don't know if I'm last swearing sure, but it's so expensive and it's so arduous. Thankfully, the performing artist visa has not dropped in terms of percentage wise, like your likelihood to get it. But it's still very expensive and very difficult, and it takes a long time. So I'm currently in the very start of that process. If all goes well, which I'm hoping that it will, then I will be in the US in October, and I will have to make sure to just jump over the border either before or after and return to the Danforth.
You're hoping to skip away, and we'll be waiting for you. And we're very lucky here on the Doralicious show. Everyone who joins us ultimately comes here. So I think it's meant to be.
You're a magnet.
I got you. And I have to ask you, like, how did you explain to Papu or your Greek family what you do? Because the immigrant family is expected to become a doctor or a lawyer, and I don't think you finished your law degree,
Yep.
maybe an engineer, and asset or like an accountant. So how do you explain to them what you do?
I'll let you know when I figure it out.
Do you ever think of going back to law school? Because I'm that immigrant child that ended up going to law school because you had no other option.
No, they kicked me out, and I said, "Okay, bye. I'll never see you again." I did get an accounting degree, and I worked as an insolvency accountant for a few years, which was pretty rough. But no, no. I think Papu and Yaya and my nonno think that I'm an auctioneer, and that'll do.
That's it.
That's fine.
You know what?
Yeah,
If you're happy, leave it at that.
yeah. I'm very good at selling homes by talking very rapidly in front of people.
And I love you make this joke about like real estate pricing and how you feel when people pass away and the way people react. You've done that so smartly. And like Toronto being one of those markets, you probably got one of the best reactions out here.
I did, but the reason why I personally came up with that joke is because Sydney, where I live, I think it is the second most expensive city in the entire world as far as property market goes. So it was downhill from here. You know what I mean? Like no matter where I went, my hometown was giving me the best response. Toronto was pretty good, I will admit. In Ottawa, I got nothing,
Oh yeah,
absolutely nothing.
it's so fun because sometimes I deal with estate litigation and you have so many Greeks fighting over those multi-million dollar homes of their Papua Yaya passing away because everyone wants a piece of that pie.
I love it. Yeah, I think my mum was embroiled in something like that a few years ago.
Well, here's the comedy to make us laugh so we can go through the hard times.
That's right. That's what I'm here for. I'll be your clown any day of the week.
I love it. Well, Anthony, it was a pleasure meeting you over our show, and we look forward to hosting you in person next year.
Looking forward to it, Dora. Thank you so much for having me.